What is the strategy to get reparations? I gotta ask, because I'm seeing people whose stated main goal is to secure reparations for Black Americans, for the lineage. But I'm also seeing people who claim to state that they're for reparations and they're advocating for reparations, that they're even holding rallies for reparations, saying that it would be crazy for Black people to support Democrats. And I'm trying to figure out how those two things connect. Walk with me here. The first question is, politically speaking, as far as politicians and even candidates, as far as politicians and candidates go, who supports reparations? Not all Democrats, but there are a lot of Democrats who support reparations. Politically, as far as sitting politicians, especially at a federal level, it's all Democrats that support reparations. From HR 40 to when you look at the state bills, it's Democrats. In California, it was Democrats that even put this package together, put the proposal together, put this bill together, put the study together, put the commission together, had the commission, and then recommended some results. It was Democrats. Democrats did all of that, okay? I don't like Gavin Newsom. In fact, if you look, I did a video about how Gavin Newsom's recall, and I wasn't supporting Gavin Newsom, but I got to keep it real. As far as reparations go, there weren't a lot of other candidates who would have supported it. Larry Elder, the Republican candidate, explicitly is anti-reparations and he's anti-Black. But he's actually testified in front of Congress against reparations. Like, that's one of his primary functions, to act as an obstructionist to Black Americans getting our due on a whole host of issues. If you look at other political parties, Republicans, their official position is fuck reparations and fuck your Black asses for wanting anything specific for y'all. You know, stop whining. Why is everything only got to be about race? These are the Republicans' official positions. Green Party. Now, the Green Party is for reparations. So if people were saying, "Oh, we got to ignore the Democrats and vote for the Green Party," I would say, okay, at least that makes sense. That makes some sense in terms of we're going to shore up the Green Party's numbers to show how important reparations are to us. And if Democrats see significant numbers of Green Party votes, perhaps that would be a catalyst to them to say, okay, we got to get serious about reparations because we're losing voters to a third party, and they hate losing voters to third parties. Libertarian Party. Many, if not most, libertarians are opposed to reparations. I am a libertarian that is not opposed to reparations. That still does not change the fact that as a libertarian, I would still have to face significant pushback when advocating for reparations. So we're going to keep it real because I'm not going to shill for anybody. If we're here to talk about getting reparations for Black Americans, let's talk about it. I'm not going to shill for the Libertarian Party just because I am a libertarian. I know fighting for reparations is going to be an uphill battle in the Libertarian Party. Nonetheless, it's not one I'm opposed to. It's not a fight I'm opposed to engaging in. And I'm not going to back down from reparations just for the sake of, libertarians' approval. That's not what I'm going to do. But if we have Democrats and the Greens who currently support reparations on a significant level, then saying it's crazy to support the one of them that actually has institutional power, like, no, if you want reparations, it seems to make sense that you would support that team. It makes sense. It doesn't seem to make sense that you would call them enemies when they're the only party with institutional power that's actually backing this issue, that's actually speaking in favor of this issue. You may not like how quickly they're moving, but that is a discussion of strategy, of how to strategize, how to apply pressure, and not necessarily just to them, but to the issues or the barriers they're facing. Because I want to know how many people who are criticizing the Democrats have actually sat with the Democrats and said, hey, what do you need from us? Because if you see what just happened in California, you'd realize something. We've already established that Republicans as a party are opposed to reparations. And I can't even think of any sitting Republican politician who supports reparations. If you can, please feel free to put their name in the comment section. But Bill Essayli, whatever his name is, he gets up and he's talking about, oh yeah, let's put this bill on the floor, put this bill on the floor. And Democrats will right to call him out and say, oh, are you going to vote in favor of it? Are you going to vote for it? Come on, you're going to vote for it, right? Because people giving him credit and acting like he's a hero and not pushing back against his agenda are ignoring the fact that he's claiming, oh, Democrats are trying to use Black people as a pawn, when in fact he's doing the exact same thing. He's trying to use Black issues as a way to hurt the Democratic Party. And here's why that's horribly bad for Black issues. Because let's say California Democrats stood on it, say, okay, yeah, we're putting up the bill. Yeah, we're putting up the bill for reparations. And let's say Newsom goes ahead and signs it. And then let's say Kamala's numbers drop. Because I guarantee you what was going to happen. Trump was going to run on it. All over the country, you would have people like Byron Donalds running around saying, oh, look, the Democrats support reparations. They're trying to steal money from you to give it to black people they're trying to steal money from you who were never a slave owner and give it to black people who were never slaves. This is crazy. They're trying to steal your hard-earned money. They're making white people the real victims. This is the nonsense they'd be running with from now until November 5th. And I guarantee you, Kamala Harris would lose a lot of points. She would lose a lot of points. She would lose a lot of white support, especially in middle America and the swing states. And once she lost, do you know what that would do to the issue of reparations and any Black American-centric issue? Do you know what that would do? That would make any Black American issue radioactive. Do you know how hard it would be to get anything done on our behalf at that point? Because here's the point. If we're going to push for politicians, for Democrats, to fight for our issues hard body, we have to make sure we have the institutional tools to support them. And so we've got to be able to provide them cover and support so that our enemies, the people that are opposed to our issues, don't punish them for supporting our issues. And in reality, we need to be going on the offensive and be going after the people who are opposed to our issues. Because let's go back to Bill Essayli, whatever his name is. Or should I say Bilal Ali Essayli. Because it's funny, he did an interview with Tariq Nasheed. I didn't even see the whole thing. So I don't know if at any point Tariq Nasheed called him a tether. But he's the child of Lebanese immigrants. I don't see anything online of people calling him anti-FBA tether, despite the fact that he's clearly and explicitly stated he is opposed to reparations. He's not supporting reparations. Even from what I hear in the interview, he said he's not for cash reparations. He tried to dance around it and talk about vouchers or something like that. And his parents are immigrants. But how is it that this non-black tether gets a pass and is getting praised, but let any black immigrants have any other opinion or even advocate for? Because I've seen black immigrants advocating for Black Americans to get reparations, and people like, keep your tether behind out of this. Like, what? Like, are you actually trying to sabotage the movement? Because some of the moves being made seem like sabotage. Some of the moves being made seem like people aren't actually interested in Black Americans getting reparations. They want to use it as a weapon for some other ulterior motive. Just like Bilal Ali was using reparations to try to win the election for Trump. The simple fact is, if we're going to get reparations, we need to have a strategy. And it does not seem to be a good strategy to attack the only politicians who are actually advocating for it, especially for that issue. Like, you're attacking them for putting up the bill, having the commission, voting for certain bills, but just not voting for all of them right now. You're attacking them for that because what you're telling them is, you're telling other Democrats, okay, then it's a lose-lose. Supporting reparations is not a winning situation for even Democrats now. Because if Black Americans are going to be attacking Democrats for supporting reparations, then what's their point of advocating for them? And now it's time to start looking at the people who are making these statements and have no plan. What's the plan? That's the only question we need to be asking. What's the plan? As always, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.